What's going on, everyone? So, Los Angeles Lakers bounce back and handle business against the Brooklyn Nets. This was huge, right? Lakers, they had their loss against the Indiana Pacers, but I've talked about it, right? I'm okay with that. You're going to lose a game here and there. What's the bounce back look like? How do you show up? How do you respond? You go into Brooklyn and end up getting ran out the gym, right? Do you, struggle and kind of play just sloppy basketball, which they did to an extent, but touch on that here in a moment. But to the point where you lose, like, what does it look like? Or do you play your game and you overcome and you bounce back and you right the ship and you continue that momentum and that progress in the right direction? The Lakers did the right thing. They showed up. The energy was fantastic. The way that they performed and started that game going on a 15-0 run. And they basically controlled that game start to finish. Brooklyn had a couple moments where, they got it to 12 or 10 or things like that. But every time the Lakers had the answer. A lot of this was just the bench. The bench lack of scoring was atrocious this game. And it just guys not taking shots, man. Be more aggressive out there, right? Like, the guy that took the most shots is the guy that just got here, and Gabe Vincent, right? To me, it's like, we need to find that balance with the bench unit. Obviously, we are sacrificing a lot of bench scoring for the starting unit, but some guys got to contribute. Some guys got to play right. My biggest knock on this game, though, is the turnovers. You cannot be having, 18 to 20 turnovers and expect to win very many games, right? This game should have been over a long time before it actually did, had the Lakers taken care of the basketball. A lot of them allowing the Nets to get back into the game was the Lakers just being careless with the basketball, right? The Lakers just not taking care of the basketball. However, on the bright side, LeBron, man, this dude shot the absolute lights out of the basketball from three-point range. He put up a 40-piece. I mean, it was spectacular. You had all five starters in double figures. It's what you want to see. All five starters were in a little bit of a groove. Reeves continues to struggle from three, which is unfortunate. D'Lo, he didn't have his best three-point shooting night either. But he still knocked down a couple where Reeves he's got to find his shot. He's got to find a stroke. We really need him. This is now, 3-4 games in a row in which Austin Reeves just really can't find the bottom of the net from three-point range. Really need him to do that. But everyone was impactful in a multitude of ways, sharing the basketball, moving the basketball, right? You're basically slicing and dicing Brooklyn, especially early on. I did feel like the Lakers kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit. Again, some of that was just the bench, but some of it was just the Lakers not doing what they're supposed to do. We still let Cam Thomas just go off like he does every game against us. The dude is a vacuum scorer for sure. He had his early struggles, but then just kind of came alive there late in the game. Nonetheless, again, handle business. I don't care how you win. Like I said, there's no style points. Whether you win by 20 or you win by 200, doesn't matter, right? Lakers were in control. There was never really a moment in that game where it felt like, the Lakers are going to let this slip. Every time that they, the Nets, it's a game of runs. Basketball is a game of runs. Every time Brooklyn made their little push, the Lakers answered and responded. But I'm really disappointed in Spencer Dinwiddie, right? Like, I talked about this. This had all the makeups of a revenge game, right? A revenge game for D'Angelo Russell in that matchup with Dennis Schroeder. A revenge game for Spencer Dinwiddie, all the talk, all the noise about the organization and stuff. Like, I really thought that this would be a game in which Spencer Dinwiddie would show out and actually really kind of show, hey, you guys made a mistake. And I don't know, he just looked timid out there. Right? He's turning the ball over. He just almost was afraid to shoot. It just, I don't know. I was disappointed. I wanted to see more aggression from him. I wanted to see him take on the challenge of being the sixth man, right? Take on the challenge of going out there and giving us 15 a game off the bench. Go be that scorer that we know you can be and we know that you're capable of being, right? D'Angelo Russell, again, I mean, he was solid. He wasn't great. He wasn't lights out. Defensively, I thought he was fantastic. His energy and his hands and his activeness was great this game. I thought D'Lo was very good defensively this game. But again, you got to find that balance. He's got to find that better efficiency shooting the basketball. He wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but no, he was terrible in the previous game. I did like the bounce back. I did like that he got back in double figures, got 15 plus. That's what you want to see. Knocked down a couple threes, knocked down a couple mid-range. Like, he did a couple things that you wanted to see him kind of get back in action with. So I was excited there. Gabe Vincent, his first game back, right? Not going to put too much into it. He hit a shot, which is good. He was 0-2 from three-point range, which he continues to really struggle from there. Hopefully he finds his shot. But I thought he had a couple nice sequences, right? I thought he had a couple nice, that one nice lob to Anthony Davis. He had like two notable defensive plays. One where he was sitting there defending, and the guy was, I don't remember who it was off the top of my head, but he was trying to do the post up, and Gabe Vincent was holding his own, pushing back, and was able to affect the shot to where the guy missed it. Then another one where he was on ball and was able to create a turnover. I expect him to take a couple games to kind of get back in rhythm. I don't expect him to come in, and I don't think anybody was looking at him to come in and be a 30-point a game tonight guy, right? He got 15 minutes, gave you a bucket, had a couple nice defensive sequences, had a nice assist. What more could you ask for, right? I thought he did a really good job in that regard, but got to keep going, got to keep pushing, right? We cannot take our foot off the gas here. Lakers have two very winnable games still coming up. First one is on Tuesday against the Toronto Raptors, and then the back-to-back against the Wizards. You got to win both of those games. Got to win both of those games, right? Raptors have essentially packed it in, right? They're currently on a 12-game losing streak. However, you can't expect a team like, they're going to be 13 because they're getting smacked by the Sixers, but 13-game losing streak, you can't expect them to just lie down, right? They're still going to try to play. They're still going to try to make some level of effort. So you don't want to be that team that ends up taking an L. You got to come out, you got to be aggressive, and you got to dominate that matchup, and then follow that up with the Wizards game, right? Handle business, get these next two wins, get into that back-to-back against the Cavs and the Timberwolves, and I think the Lakers will be in great shape. Right? If we could go 5-1 on this road trip, that would be huge. That'd be so massive. And really a step in the right direction to get into that AC. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What were your thoughts on this game? Were you happy? Were you disappointed? Were you kind of mixed bag? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.